Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Illiterate Reads Reviews. If you don't know, I don't read romance books or many books in general, but I am just so pickled punch by these book reviews, and I just can't help myself. You know, it's like walking into a room and hear, did you hear what Jennifer said about Stacy's boyfriend? It's like, I don't know who Stacy or Jennifer are, but I'm dying to know more. Also, this is just in fun, so please don't try to harass any of the reviewers in this video, as we probably all said something in a similar energy at one point in our lives. Anyways, on with the reviews. It happened one summer. A novel, the first in a spicy and unforgettable rom-com duology from #1 New York Times bestseller and TikTok favorite, Tessa Bailey, in which a Hollywood it girl is cut off from her wealthy family and exiled to a small Pacific Northwest beach town, where she butts heads with a surly, sexy local who thinks she doesn't belong. I read this book, and now I don't want to unalive myself. All this grumpy man does is grunt, and why does that make my coochie tingle? Why? This book had my back arching, toes curling, neck cracking, bed sheet gripping, knee trembling, and ass smacking. Oh no. Oh no, this is a fucking emoji combo. Side-eye groan, nose breathe, moan, bigger moan, curse, blank face, cold wind, freezing, shocked, and ghost. Whew. Piper is such a lovable character. She carried the whole fucking story. She's so entertaining and funny, and I love everything about her. She's a baddie and nothing less. I love the way she loves Brendan. Oh no, I just did one. God, okay. Here we go. Crying, lip bite, hearts, more hearts, XD with tongue out, double heart, one's purple, and cartwheel. Brendan, on the other hand, has me looking for apartments in a small town known for fishing in the hopes that I may come across a 6-foot-something, bearded, grumpy, buff-as-fuck dude that'll fall hopelessly with love with me. Best of luck. If there's one thing I love, it's words of affirmation, and Brendan wasn't here to fucking play. Piper, spoiling you makes my dick hard. Shit, I guess chivalry isn't dead. There are enough circles in hell for the amount of sins I would let this man commit upon my fleshy vessel, moan, hand. My legs are open as usual, rock out, sparkly heart, moan. I was feeling a roller coaster of emotions reading this book. Till the room sinks, till the walls sweat, till the police are breaking down the door after the 45th noise complaint. Yeah, it was that fucking good to me. To the window, to the wall. Oh no. God, more of these combos. Okay. Tongue out, star-eyed, lip bite, extra sparkles, confetti, star, sparkle heart. I was waiting for your review on this book for real, moan. That first date scene had me screaming. When he finally broke his resolve, W with her, lip bite, nah, I was gone after that. I was very annoyed with Piper in the beginning, but now I am full on the Piper Protection Squad, PPS. Really enjoyed this book. I get all the hype now. Oh my god, this review, thank you. Literally exactly what I needed after finishing this book. Sis, if you find a grumpy fisherman, you better get his friend's digits, Lord, please. I've genuinely given up on reading book descriptions, and if I see you've rated a book with 5 stars with a review like this, I buy it. I have no idea what this book is about, but I just bought it. Sure, that's great. I'd be tempted to give this book a 2 out of 5, but then I remember how horrendous the book is. Congrats, Tessa Bailey. You've proven that women authors can also sexualize and objectify their female characters. Write shitty, macho, masculine men, and write mediocre porn on 4 skinny legs that barely consist of a plot. Yay for representation. What might be a petty side note, but still reasonable nitpick, the nicknames of Hans and Pipes was legitimately so annoying and aggravating. I couldn't concentrate on anything else during those scenes. In knowing a dozen Hannahs, I have never once heard of the nickname Hans, and reading it in this book made me want to vomit. Pipes is barely any better, which shouldn't be surprising considering how poorly written this book is. In all seriousness, I should have known this book was trash when the first page talked in detail about Piper's boob tape. That should have been an insight into the shallowness of Piper's character, because even though the author did her best to put Piper through what some would call character development, I still hated her personally at the end of the book, just as I did at the beginning. Whoop-de-doo. The spoiled rich girl lives to party and learns the value of love, and that there's more to life than money. Have never definitely heard of that storyline before. R.E. Gag me with a spoon. Brendan Taggart is the epitome of muscly man who gets gruff but is really secretly a sweetheart TM. In short, I felt that if I were to get 10 feet of him, I'd get lice. I didn't like him at the beginning, and I didn't like him much at the end either. I have nothing else to say except that he made me itch. Their romance, if it could be called that, is revolved around how much the two leads wanted to bang each other. To their first meeting when Brendan noticed how her nipples looked through her dress, to Piper raving on and on about her vaginal orgasms that he gave her, and the attempt at any sincerity and depth to their dynamic was plastered on as an afterthought amid the sex-crazed lust that took over what should have been fully functioning adults. TLDR. After this book, I need to wash my eyes out with bleach. Literally go read any other romance book. Book Talk deserves to go to hell for saying this book was worth a dime. Contemporary. Update 2022 still fucks, and my husband thought so too. At the risk of sounding melodramatic, Tessa Bailey has brought me back from the brink of do I actually like books? Not once, but twice this year. And that is extremely magnanimous of her, if I do say so myself. This romance was fucking perfection. I was a little wary going into this right off the bat. Piper is beyond airheaded, which certainly can be fun, but I didn't know how that would translate into romance. But almost instantly, she's transported into a sleepy port town and the fish out of water transformation begins. She starts falling for the grumpy fisherman who's desperate not only to bed her, but to get her to fall deeply in love with him. Swoon, fucking swoon. And along the way, she starts figuring out what she wants beyond Instagram likes and notoriety, without ever having to change her personality and the things that make her happy. From start to finish, this book was a fucking delight. And I'm going to continue to use profanity because I feel that strongly about it. I wanted a grumpy ex-sunshine summer romance, and this absolutely delivered. I know this book won't work for everyone, i.e. there's dirty, raunchy, filthy sex, and Tessa Bailey writes her heroes to be pretty alpha. But it was certainly for me. BRB, gonna find a crab boat captain of my very own. 2021-2022 contemporary romance. I would sell my soul to this bearded fisherman. Any rich captains named Brandon want to spoil and fall in love with me? It is with a heavy heart I rate this 1 star. Listen, I badly wanted to like this. I started out this book super annoyed with Piper and slowly began to root for her. I enjoyed seeing her discover who she is beyond social media, develop friendships in Westport that weren't reliant on her social capital, learn the value of money and hard work, and revive her father's legacy. But I could not, for the life of me, fucking stand Brendan Taggart. He's nothing but a sexist, wannabe, alpha male, far too obsessed with his masculine image right out of a 2000 super problematic rom-com movie script, which, funny enough, is the exact same problem I had with the love interest of the first Tessa Bailey book I ever read. The throwaway line about him sleeping under a pink comforter doesn't change the fact that Brendan doesn't believe in having female sailors on his boat. The fuck? God, I would have loved this book so fucking much if it was just about Piper learning who she truly is, loving herself, and being more genuine and authentic. Also, if I ever have to hear a pussy being referred to as, quote, her femininity ever again, it'll be far too fucking soon. Age range adult. Genre romance. Rating not recommended. Also, reading the phrase high maintenance pussy, ... major cringe. I hate Brandon with a passion. He's a sexist pig. I can't believe people find him to be a great hero. The F? He thinks men are better than women. No, just no, and thank you for saying it. I see people blaming Piper, but honestly, it's her mom's fault that she is the way she is. True. Her parents never raised her, they gave her no guidance, and the poor girl was just left to wander LA. WTF, it wasn't her fault. I hope I never have to hear the phrase recharging station in reference to a hug ever again. 2 words, bearded fisherman. The way I would die for Brendan. I honestly started this book worried I wasn't going to like it. The beginning is obviously introduction, and there are just some books for me that I love from the first page, so when I started this, I was iffy, because I wasn't feeling that immediate pull. But damn! Wait until you get a few chapters in, wait until you meet the grumpy fisherman. This man is the blueprint! Literally him having a handyman install a foam cover on the bottom of a top bunk because she hurt her forehead on it, and he noticed and did not like every single thing he'd done for her. The way I got choked up with their relationship, that certain scene with Abe, and then the boat, and then the panic. Hoo-wee! Stop it right now. I love this, love this, love this. 20,000% recommend. Very hot. My first Tessa Bailey book and her other books are like this. You bet your ass I'm gonna read them. Now, while I am wholly obsessed and will rave about this book forever, I will say that the ending to be a little bit lackluster. And by ending, I mean the club scene. That part was okay for me, but I feel like it was a little anticlimactic. But everything else, again, minus how I felt in the beginning, immaculate. Go read it. Spice is about 3.5 to 4 from what I remember. I'll have to flip through the pages again for sure, but that's off the top of my head. Chili pant. We've got a very capable fisherman, you guys. Very capable side-eye. The title of this book should have been Rich Girl Gets Cut Off, Rewarded with Hunky Sailor and Thriving Business. I feel like this perfect blonde girl is a trope that I don't need more of. Not to mention her level of vapid behavior kinda had me roll my eyes every other page. Yeah, she redeems herself a little, but there's no real plot except rich girl getting cut off because she's doing first generation money stupid things. And I say that because you know the Kennedys aren't allowing their kids to act a fool, and then having to gain a personality. I don't know, read it if you like mindless romance, but I much preferred my last Taylor Jenkins Reid novel over this one. Maybe light smut just isn't my thing? Smut romance. 3 out of 5. This man must smell like fish. You can't convince me otherwise. But at least he could make you come. Unlike real men. Who hurt you? 3 stars. Books 2021. Favorite 2021. You're not wrong. 100% agree. Salute, heart. Always a win for me. Oh, he totally smells like that. Cry, cry, cry. I refuse to even consider it while reading it, and now I'll choose to ignore it. And that's it for now. Now, if you're really curious what was the answer to the last episode, that was indeed a 5-star review. Here it is, somewhere here. You can read it at your own displeasure or not. Yay! Also, I don't know if I'm going to continue to keep doing those, but if you like guessing if it was a 1-star or 5-star, let me know in the comments. Also, if you want to hear more of my voice, I stream twice a week. Either they'll love me or they hate me. There's no in between. Oh shit, yeah, slide that shit in. Oh no, don't be such a tease. Yeah, slide it in. Lock that shit in. Yeah. Lock it in. But thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you all on the flip side. Have a good one. Bye. Why are we waving? I don't know. No escribo tan mal, pero si me dio mucho cringe.